What was the most unbelievable intelligence operation you witnessed? Ramadi, Iraq, 2007. I was attached to an intel unit, analyzing patterns of IED placements. Regular daily briefings to the battalion commander. Boring stuff mostly. Then this guy shows up. No rank insignia, civilian clothes, nobody knew his name. We called him the professor because he looked like he should be teaching anthropology at some Ivy League school. Glasses, tweed jacket, even in 120-degree heat. He sits in the back of our briefings for a week, takes notes, doesn't speak. Then one day he asks, has anyone mapped the garbage? The what? The garbage. Where people throw things away. We hadn't. Seemed irrelevant, but he insists. So we start mapping garbage dumps, trash piles, where people discard things. Waste patterns. Seems pointless, but higher-ups say do it. 2 weeks of this. Mountains of data. Heat maps of trash distribution. The professor nods, finally satisfied. Now cross-reference with your IED incidents. Holy shit. Perfect correlation. Turns out the insurgents were hiding components in garbage piles. The local population knew instinctively which piles to avoid. Subtle shifts in disposal patterns revealed where IEDs were planted. But that was just the beginning. The professor implemented what he called Operation Cleanup. We started manipulating the garbage, moving piles, creating new ones. The locals adjusted their patterns without realizing it, and the insurgents followed, predictably placing their IEDs exactly where we wanted them. We could essentially draw them into kill zones or away from valuable targets, all by controlling where people threw their trash. Never fired a shot, just moved garbage around. IED casualties dropped 83% in our sector. The professor disappeared as mysteriously as he arrived. We heard he went to Afghanistan next. Years later, I ran into our old battalion commander at the Pentagon. Asked about the professor. The commander just smiled. Funny thing, official records show we never had any civilian consultants in Ramadi during that period. I pushed further. Commander leaned in close. Let me put it this way. The guy has 3 PhDs. 1 in anthropology, 1 in behavioral psychology, and 1 in garbage. Literal waste management. CIA recruited him from MIT. For garbage? No. For understanding how human behavior can be read through disposal patterns. Did you know you can map an entire civilization by what they throw away? Ancient archaeologists do it all the time. He just applied it to counterinsurgency. I keep thinking about that operation. How the simplest human behavior, where we discard our waste, revealed life or death information. How thousands of years of archaeological methodology saved hundreds of lives in modern combat. Most of all, I think about how the most effective weapon in that entire war might have been a middle-aged professor who understood garbage better than the insurgents understood themselves. Intelligence isn't about satellites or wiretaps. It's about seeing patterns in the most ordinary human behaviors. Sometimes the most powerful information is hiding in plain sight, in the things everyone else thinks are worthless. They declassified parts of the operation last year. The professor's real name is still redacted, but his methodology has been implemented in conflict zones worldwide. They call it waste pattern analysis. There's an entire division at the DIA dedicated to it now. I never look at a trash can the same way again.